And there we are. Boom. We're live, everybody. We're live. Turn that off real quick. There we go.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
I was watching City of Angels up until 1 minute ago at the climactic ending, and I definitely just like wiping away my tears.
I watched City of Angels last night and then Top Gun this morning. I wanted to watch Top Gun last night, but I realized it was 11 a.m. and my sound bar is like really good. I'm like, oh god, it's going to sound like fighter jets in the living room, so I better not do
Nice.
that. Oh my gosh, but hi everybody. It's been a month since the
Oh,
last episode, and we're here to talk about Top Gun Maverick and City of Angels in our happy ending versus sad ending. And we'll
sad.
see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see who wins. And before we start, I just want to say, everyone, please go like the I Want My TV Now Facebook page, because apparently they changed the rules. So now you need at least 100 followers in order to stream there. So I'm like, gosh darn it. So please go follow the I Want My TV Now page on Facebook.
Definitely follow.
Thank you. Thank
I'll
you.
give
Okay.
it a share after this.
So what should we start with? What should we start with?
I mean, do we want to start with the happy ending or the sad ending?
Let's start with the sad ending, because we could pivot to the sad ending,
Okay,
or the happy ending, I should say.
the happy ending.
Yes.
All right. So City of Angels was our sad ending. And it's funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Um, I was just
It's
watching
kind of
it.
funny.
It's like life funny, like
Yeah.
typical life, right? But it's a beautiful story of it's just a beautiful story about like a fall from grace, right? It's like very symbolic if you look at it biblically, because it's about. I'll give the synopsis first. Like it's about this
Yeah.
angel Seth, who is, he's in LA and he goes and helps when people die. He meets them and he helps people and they need help. And there's just a bunch of angels all around always, and they're always wearing black, which I like the symbolism of that, because it's like the anti hero. It's not what you would expect when you think of angels, right?
Right.
I also love that. Well, there was a happy sadness for me because I forgot. Casil is the Nathan, or what's his name?
Andre, right?
Andre from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, who sadly
Yes.
passed away like a
Just
year and a
last
half ago.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
December.
devastated.
Mm-hmm.
So he's these two angels, him, Seth and Cassiel, are friends, and they help people. And Seth is in the hospital to collect somebody who's dying on the surgery table, and he is seen by the surgeon, who is Meg Ryan, which I love when we pick movies that have the same actors, like not
Yes.
really. I was like, yes.
Yes.
So he ends up like following this doctor, and they fall in love with each other. Or well, he falls in love with her, and then because he wants to be seen by her, like he can be seen by her, and it's kind of
Yes.
it's like a weird stalkery story, but like also
Yes.
like if you didn't know the context, you'd be like, this is weird, but like he's an angel, so is it really weird? And he keeps showing himself to her in multiple places, and their relationship builds, and he meets a human who is one of her patients, something Messenger, can't remember his
Yes.
first name, and finds out that he once was an angel.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea here is the angel says, oh, God gives these humans, these bozos, free will. He also gives free will to us, right? And we can fall into human. Like if we take the jump, if we take the leap, you can become human.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Seth kind of reconciling, like, do I want to leave everything I've known to go love this woman?
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately he does end up taking the jump, the leap. And he finds her and they have like this beautiful night together, and she wants to show him everything, wants to show him the world, wants to spend her life with him. And then as she's on the way back from getting groceries, she's on
Yep.
her bike. Which, by the way, what kind of fucking surgeon? Sorry, excuse my French, but what surgeon doesn't wear a helmet when you ride a bike? First of all, anyways, she gets hit by a truck and dies. Plot like
Oh
spoiler
my god.
alert.
Yeah.
And it's devastating. He knows instantly, and he finds her, and it's like he has this. Ari's like, man, Ari's watching, and he's like, wow, this guy has a crazy 24 hours. Like, falls from grace.
Literally within 24 hours.
Love, experiences like, sex, experiences food, and then death. Like all the big human emotions in 24 hours. And
yes.
And it's like his want was to be human, and he was so captivated by the human existence, and he fell in love. And that's always the risk of love, is and grief
and
is
life.
And life, right?
Yeah.
Like, love is where, like, when you have so much love and it's nowhere to go, right? And it's just I think it's one of the most beautiful stories I've seen.
Yeah.
It's a slow movie. It's like it doesn't move very quickly, but when you really look at the symbolism of it and you look at the meaning, like, it really brings meaning to life. And I think it has a lot of interesting, like, subcontext, like religious themes, but not like in your face like Christian, but like, and the other part of this movie that, like, honestly made me cry even more this time than the ending was this idea that you're never alone. Like, in all of these hard moments, right? There's a moment where somebody is robbing a store and the angels are there, or like when you're reading a book and the angels are there. And then my absolute favorite part is at the very end when Seth is looking for, I can't remember her name, Maggie. When he's looking for Maggie, he calls upon his friend Castiel, and Castiel, he gets jumped, right? You think, like, he thinks he's going to come and he's sent him help, but then he gets jumped by these guys, and then he's just sitting there for hours. And a truck comes up and says, let me take you to Tahoe to find her. And then Castiel was sitting next to him the whole time. And when he gets when he gets there, like, there's a phone book that's hanging, and it's swinging in the direction he needs to go. And it's so easy in life to feel like you're alone, and like in your darkest times, like you're by yourself, but there's just such a comfort in seeing that in a movie. And like, like, to me, I believe that, like, you're never fully alone. So I just kept crying at the thought of, like, there's always somebody there. Like, there's something there. There's someone there, whatever it is. So anyways, it's a beautiful story. It's like the most tragically happy, sad ending ever. And I highly recommend giving it a watch. What did you think, Frank?
I'm kind of surprised. Like, okay, so for me, I saw this in the theater when I was a wee child, and I haven't seen it since. So I've been wanting to see it since, but it's always been in here. It's one of those movies that really never left because the ending is infamous. So I remember the ending. So this is the first time I'm watching it in, was it 20 years, 25 years, whatever. So it was interesting to watch it because as I'm watching it, the first thing that caught me off guard by watching it, I was like, man, this is a great looking movie. Like, production-wise,
so beautiful,
cinematography. Like, I was like, man, movies look good. What happened? Like, seriously, like, movies don't look this good. Like, I'll give you a whole example, guys. Okay, so when you're watching this movie, there's a scene when she's in the hospital and she's in the locker room of the hospital. The production design of the locker room of the hospital is amazing because it legit looks like a locker room. There's dirty, like, tunnels. There's clothes on the floor. It looks like a locker room. I'm like, they make movies nowadays where it's like clean and probably have a few extras in the background, but it was perfect because it was just like, it felt real. And then there was like a scene in the diner where NYPD Blue says, hey, come on, let's go have breakfast or whatever. So they go to this restaurant, and this diner felt so real. And it was just like the tiny details of it. Like, there's a guy on the counter, like, sleep, and there's like people getting served over here, but it just felt real, and the lighting was perfect, and just like I was caught off guard by the whole look of this movie. I was like, Jesus, this looks like a real movie. And it just, I don't know. I guess like movies are just too clean nowadays or whatnot. But that just took me off guard while watching this. Like right away, I was like, oh damn, that's awesome. And then the performances as well were really great. I liked the Nicolas Cage Angel, because like the whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, why did they get him? I know he's like a big name. He just came off The Rock. He just came off Con Air. So like, why'd they pick him? Oh yeah, and Face Off as well. So it's like why'd they pick Nicolas Cage? I get he's a huge name. But then when he becomes human, the answer was there. I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Because Nicolas Cage is like one of the few actors who could play that, that shy, like childlike,
serious,
that like nimble, like doesn't want to talk to anybody, and like like the puppy dog eyes. And then when he becomes human, it's like, oh geez, there's the Nicolas Cage. That's why he got hired. There you go, because he gets all wild and becomes that Nicolas Cage that we all know and love. Speaking of which, I almost interrupted you, but did you notice the not so famous person back then, but who is famous now cameo? He had a small role in the scene when he looks up and says, "This is blood." Yeah, it's red. Do you know who the actor was?
No, who was it?
Nick Offerman from Parks and Recreation.
Oh my God. I definitely missed that.
Yep, he's the construction worker with the one line that says, "Yeah, it's red."
Oh my God.
Because he's the guy. I was like, oh my God, it's him. Nick Offerman. Because I like one of my favorite movies of this year is Civil War, and he's in that. So just seeing him in this, I was like, there he is. So anyway, what else did I notice about this movie? I was going to say, I'm surprised I didn't pick this, because this goes along with like my favorite theme about movies, or an idea that I always want to see on screen, is that the person who wants to live life. Like, I love the movie Free Guy, because it's similar, where it's someone who's not real who becomes real.
Yes.
And then Last Action Hero, where the guy who's in all these action hero movies becomes real and then realizes, like, oh my God, I'm a movie character. And then Barbie, like, I love that theme, and this plays along with that. And it's even cooler because, like, this already exists and it's a good movie. You mentioned that they avoided, like, the outfits, how they're cool. I think they did that just because there were so many angel movies around this time, and sort of like religious things. Like there was that Preacher's Wife or something like that with Denzel, where he played the angel. And then there was Michael, with John Travolta, which just came out a few years before this, which ironically Face Off. But like, wasn't
John Travolta? He was a cameo in it too. He was singing a song on TV when the messenger was watching TV. I think it was. I really do. I'm like, was that John Travolta?
It might have been. Like, I'd have to watch that scene again, but I do like Dennis Franz, NYPD Blue in this. Oh yeah, that was the other thing too that was like racking my brain, because I'm thinking of the era this came out. I'm like, oh my God, so NYPD Blue and then Andre, they were on two different shows, so this must have been during a break during that time. Because I don't know if like you ever notice that in movies, like where you notice like all these TV stars are in it. Like, big example is like Muppets Most Wanted. There's like all these TV stars from NBC, and I'm like, oh, there must have been a break during the TV shows, like a little lull, so they could film all their scenes. But that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, that's so cool. So this must have been like a break, and they filmed this. But yeah, I like the story as well. I just mentioned Nicolas Cage performance. Meg Ryan is really good in this as well. But like, I love Meg Ryan in anything, and it was so sweet. And there's like little lines that she says. I'm like, oh my God, she said that in like Anastasia. I forget. It's like a simple line, like do you know that, or what is that, or something like that. I was like, she said that in Anastasia. Oh my gosh!
I'm just now realizing that she was Anastasia.
Oh geez.
How did we not know that? I love Anastasia.
Well, she does the speaking voice. She doesn't sing, so maybe that's why that throws it off. That's what throws it off. But yeah, she's Anastasia. She's When Harry Met Sally, because there was parts in this where I was kind of reminded of Harry Met Sally, like
Sleepless in Seattle. You got Mail. Ari was like, wait, she was in Top Gun too. I'm like, she was really popular.
She was popular.
She was in so many movies.
She was she was in so many movies, like the biggest star like in the 90s.
Yes.
It was wild. But yeah, I noticed that when I was watching Top Gun later on, like, oh yeah, that's the connection. There you go. That's sweet.
Easy one.
Yes, easy. But yeah, I agree with you. I like the religious it's not over religious. That's what I like about it. Mm-hmm. It's like it's very like generic. It's like almost like you said they were helping them, but I just feel like they're just there. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like they kind of have like a touch. I don't know. It's not like a because like there's some things where I don't feel like they even had any involvement at all. You know what I mean? Like the guys who rob them, like they don't
Yeah.
interfere with that, but like they interfere with like other things, like whatever they feel like they need to help that person. I don't know. It's weird. They don't really dive too much into that. There's like a couple of scenes. Like there's that one scene you mentioned where the bank, not the bank robbery, the store robbery. I like that because they're not eating, they're not buying anything, but they're in the store for some reason, which I love.
And then they're there, and then you find out why they're there. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
they're here for this.
yeah. But it was just wild to see that scene and then just how they're like all watching. For that one scene, I almost thought they were all going to show themselves to Meg Ryan and she was going to freak out. You know that one scene in the
That
library
was
where
all library.
she's like Seth, I need to see you, Seth, and then he goes to see her and she's like, I don't want to see you anymore. Stay away from me. And then I wanted all the angels just to appear to her and she'd be like, oh my gosh. And there's that whole scene. Question, Sarah.
Yes.
Do you think he understood the Asian lady who yelled at him, or do you think he just
I
didn't understand?
I think that was like another moment of realizing he's human now, because remember at some point they're talking about being angels, and it's like he can understand every language. Like they made a point to create that context of like they can
Yes.
understand all the languages. And then that woman speaks to him in Chinese and he doesn't understand her. And I think that's like another like
Okay.
the blood, there's like I don't understand the languages, like I feel pain, I feel hunger, I feel all of these things that are happening, right? So quickly.
Okay. I was just wondering what your take was on that because I was like, does he not know? And how much does he know? How much did he forget? That's where I was kind of like a little confused by. So I was just like, okay, so that's a good one. That's one of the powers he loses. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I found out doing like a light research that this was a remake. I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah, the original one was a movie from 1987. There was a woman who liked it so much she bought the rights, and then it took like years to make. And then I found out, again, doing light research right before this, the reason why I'm like, oh, wow, that makes sense. So the guy who directed this also directed Casper, which has to do with, like, you know, love and life and death and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, Sarah, oh my God. I'm not going to tiptoe around it, but this movie's fucking horny. This movie is fucking horny.
I mean, there's a lot of tension for sure.
No, like, there's that scene where she's in the bathtub.
I know.
And then like she's rubbing that bottle over herself, and then she's like moving her feet like sensually, and he's just like there going like like he wants it. And then like it's not gratuitous. So later on, like you know, when he finally gets to her house or whatnot, like there's a scene where I think she's like, and she's like, describe it for me, and I'm like, man, this movie, it's going there, and it's not going too gratuitous, but it's almost like it starts with a hand, and I'm pretty sure she gets on.
Oh yeah,
but like she's like, describe it to me, and I'm like, god damn, like nowadays, like there's like no sex in movies, there's nothing like that. So watching this, I'm like, wow, that's like, there's like human connection, like that's so gone from movies nowadays, where it's like, you know, like love seems taboo like nowadays, where it's like, oh, I don't want to see that, like no. But it's like seeing this, I'm like, this is great, because like he gets there, he's feeling all the emotions. He got robbed, he fell, he's feeling pain, and now he's feeling love. And like love he desperately wanted, because like I feel like that's what he's been wanting like the whole time, because in the beginning he sort of doesn't quite understand. Like, you know, when he has his little book, he's like, what do you guys love? Like, what do you, what do you like about life? Like, what is it? Because he doesn't quite understand until he finally lives it, and it's wonderful. Oh my gosh, Sarah, I love this movie. Because I even love that opening scene with the little kid. Even though they went there right away, like the first 5 minutes,
and like
the kid
it
dies.
had to be like a young girl who died, like the worst. Not like
Yeah.
Somebody expecting it. I love that. What was your favorite part of being human? The pajamas. Like how
The pajamas. Oh yeah, the little, like, it even goes into detail.
Yeah.
With the feet. Right.
And like I love the other thing that looked. I love your comment about how real it looks, because those the pajamas she was wearing were like beaded.
Worn. Yes, like she lived in those.
They were like, I'm like, were those her real pajamas? Like they look so lived in. Like
yes,
that was so cool.
There were so many details in this movie like that, where it was like, oh, I wish I could like watch it again. But like, cause I have like one of the original like shell case DVDs. I bought it at Savers a couple years ago, so I finally had time to watch it.
Love it.
But like, I wish I could watch like a Blu-ray of this. I want to see all the details. I want to see like all the little things, because there's like tons of like little things that they do in this movie. I'm like, man, there must be like details here and there and wherever. But the line I love, Sarah, that totally makes up, because I know at the end, like I was even getting frustrated. I was like, because I know how it ends.
Yeah, and you're
She's
like,
on the.
I had to fast forward it. I'm like, I can't take the anxiety of knowing what's coming.
She closes her eyes, outstretches her arms. I'm like, you fucking bitch. I was thinking that, like, you fucking bitch, you're doing this to me. Just literally, like gave it all up for her, and then she's like doing that, like, kind of cheesy death scene. It's done well, but I think we've had several parody of death scenes. It almost reminds me of like Tropic Thunder, where it's like he has his arms and he's like, I can't feel or tickle the ovaries, and he has like no hands. It's almost that level of like, I see them, and he's like, stop it. Oh my gosh.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My God. Forrest Gump. Yep. Jenny. Or oh my God.
Or when Bubba dies.
Oh God. Yep. Exactly. I want to go home. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh. So anyway, getting to the line that makes up for that whole thing, because I was really pissed. I was like, oh my gosh, what are they trying to get with this movie? I hate it. And then the line he says, I would rather have one breath of her hair, one kiss of her mouth, one touch of her hand, than an eternity without it. One. And I was like, there you go. That won me back. That's good. That's probably like the first line they wrote, and they built
they built the whole movie around that. That's
that
it.
one line. Oh my gosh. What's the other thing I noticed, Sarah? Oh my gosh. My favorite part. Okay. I know we usually do this at the end, but I want to say my favorite part. And it's very fucking subtle, and it still came through even though it's an old ass DVD I had. But it's the scene after she's passed away and he's going to shop, and he goes to buy the pears, and you could see all the pain, all the love, and all the frustration in his eyes, and he's fighting back tears. And I was like, that's great acting, where it's not full on crying, it's not the full on tear, but you see him, you see that emotion in his face, and I'm like, this is the Nicolas Cage we all love. This is the guy. He's done so many, direct-to-DVD movies or whatnot, some crap over the years, but there's some scenes that are like, yes, that's why he's one of our favorite actors of all time, is because he does things like this, where he's like picking all those pears, and his eyes are watering, and it's so good. God damn it. He's one of the greatest.
I literally, I was running. I came on right at 6:31 because I was like, I gotta get to the end of this, and I missed that last part. And it was funny because I'm like, Ari, you gotta watch this movie. It's so fantastic. So he's watching it with me, and I'm like, you have to see the ending. I want to see your reaction. And we get to the end, and he's like, no! He's screaming from the other room. He's like, no! It ends at the bike ride. This is no! And he's screaming at the end. But I'm gonna go back now and watch that pear scene because
it's the final 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh man. But I liked it. I liked this movie. It was a good rewatch. I loved it. And it makes so much sense now that I know that it's made by the guy who did Casper. I'm like, this is like the next step of Casper. I love that. And also I love the reveal scene. Because she's trying to figure out who he is. It's almost like a Superman scene, because like she tells him to cut it, and he doesn't really want to touch the blade, and he's like cutting it, and then she notices that he cut his thumb, like it should have been cut off. And then she tries to cut his hand, and then it's not there, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And then she's like, "Just get out of here, leave!" And then literally disappears.
And then he's just gone.
Gone. He's probably still there. Oh my god, that was so creepy. Even though it was sort of supposed to be romantic, they've already fallen in love. But the scene when it's stormy out, and he's working his magic, and she's like, "You stay," or whatever, and he's like, "Show yourself," and he won't show himself. Oh my gosh. This movie's horny, Sarah. I know it's sad. I know it's supposed to be depressing, but goddamn it, this movie was horny.
It was. I forgot. I love all the scenes with the kids and how all the kids see the angels, and I love the cookout scene when the girl's playing with his face and
you're like grandpa, because she probably knows how old he is or feels it.
Yeah, feels his energy or something. I thought that was so sweet. I love that.
My favorite scene was with Andre on the stairs, and the little the mom was carrying the kid up the stairs,
Yep,
and the kid's like, ah! That was perfect.
Oh,
Oh my
it
gosh.
gutted me when I love that scene when he gets picked up by the truck and like the truck goes by and you see Andre sitting there and
Oh yeah.
it's like you knew he was sitting there the whole time, right?
Yes.
Oh, that scene, I just start I'm like I just started sobbing. I'm like, this is so oh
Oh, it's so good though. Like that whole beginning with her, and she feels like she's in control, and she's in the master, and has all this confidence, and like having that moment of like, oh gosh, I can't control everything.
mhm.
Ah, this movie's so good, Sarah. What the hell? It's a good movie. Highly recommend. Whoever is watching, please watch,
Please
rewatch
watch
it.
it. It's so
City
good.
of Angels. It's so good, so good. All the stars.
Yes, all the stars. I'll do my favorite scene. So
Yes.
I the fall scene is so flawless. Like
Oh, it's so good.
the
Again, sort of like
music,
Barbie. It's weird.
it's
You know
so
how
good.
Barbie, when she becomes human, it's
Yeah,
similar.
yeah. The music. First of all, I don't know if you caught this, and I'm not sure if it was intentional. It probably was, but
Yeah.
where she's asked earlier in the movie, she's asking him, "What do you do for a living?" Are you? What did she say? She says, ask two questions like, "Are you homeless? No. Are
No.
you?" And then she goes, "Are you a drummer?" And he
Oh
doesn't.
yeah.
And then if you notice the music when he was falling, it was the only time in the movie where they incorporated like drum music into
Oh
it.
really?
It was like there was piano, maybe like violin something, but there was also a drum beat to it, and it was
Oh
like the
man.
only upbeat music. And then he takes the fall, and I think the visual elements of that fall are so stunning because the way his cape comes up looks like
Mm-hmm.
angel wings,
Yes.
right? And like at
Mm-hmm.
the beginning they're talking about the little girl wanted to have wings and he said, I can make you paper wings, and she said, what good are the wings if you can't fly?
And he's finally
And he's
flying.
flying, and it was just like, it's so beautiful. And I like that the
It's
wings they're black wings, they're not like white feathers, right? It's just like
yeah.
it's the avant-garde angel, right?
Yes.
So just that scene is, and it's like the other thing I love, this again coming back to the symbolism of this movie,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many times in life where like you're feeling stuck, or like you're about to embark on a new thing,
Mm-hmm.
and you're teetering on the edge, the way
And you
that
gotta make that leap.
you gotta take the jump, right? And
You
it's
gotta
like
take the
that,
leap.
it's the personification of that symbolism, like literally falling.
Yes.
And
And
no, and
sometimes it might not always work, but you at
right,
least tried it. You did
yes,
it.
yes, you at least got to touch one time, and like, and also trusting, right? Like there's the element of like he could fall from the skyscraper and die, right? Like
Yes.
trusting that like he's gonna fall and he'll be a little bruised and bumped, but he was okay. And
Yes.
then like even though it didn't turn out the way he wanted it to, like there
He
was
still did
still
it.
he still did it, and he still gets, and he wanted to experience being human, and like part of being human is experiencing loss and
Mm-hmm.
grief. You can't get away from it. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
So in me as a grief coach, I'm just like, beautiful portrayal. But I love it made me feel hopeful in a time where I'm feeling a little stuck or on the precipice of something new. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it feels nice to see that and to be reminded, like, one, you're never alone, and two, like even if you jump and it doesn't turn out the way you want, like you're gonna be okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Two things before we move on. There's because I forgot about them. So the first one is the music. Because you brought up music, it just reminded me that they
So,
legitimately use the song "Spend all your time
and then he just
waiting for that second chance." And it's like you know that now because of memes and because of like it's been used so many times for memoriams. But like it's so funny because back then that was like the brand new hit, and it was like used like what do you call it? Not ironically, that's what I should say. Like it was used on purpose, and I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, that's so sweet because like it was like brand new back then. And then the other one is our hometown heroes, the Goo Goo Dolls with
Oh
Iris.
my god, that was my prom song.
Yes.
Ari goes, oh, that's the perfect use of this song right here.
It came from this movie. Does he know?
Really? No way.
Yeah, they wrote that song for this movie, or they gave it to this movie because that's why.
It was Iris, right?
Iris, yep.
Yeah, yeah. What?
Just to bleed, just to know you're alive. Because I think
Oh
that's
my
why they wrote that lyric. Because it's from this. What do you call it? From this movie.
Also, they played "On the Wings of an Angel," which obviously they had to. But like, you can't watch that. You can't hear that song now without thinking of sad little animals in cages. Like,
Yes. Oh my gosh! And the second thing is for any Chief Brody Rules people out here, because I'm streaming on that channel, so I don't know if there's any Chief Brody Rules fans here. But it kind of teeny tiny, like 5%, want to try to do a Nicolas Cage Superman trailer, because apparently, I don't know if you know this, Sarah, but in the 90s, Tim Burton was supposed to do a Superman movie.
really?
They had all the production stuff, like Courtney Cox is going to be Lois Lane, and Nicolas Cage was going to be Superman.
What?
Tim Burton was going to direct, but it fell through because they didn't have a script, but they had everything else. They had the suit, they had the locations, they had everything, but they didn't have.
How do you have everything without a script? Like,
because they had like an original script, but like not a final one. So years people have made like fan trailers of Nicolas Cage as Superman, but like I feel like, oh my god, there's so many like connections.
when he's flying, when he's falling, you can see that. Yeah.
And then there's like some lines he says in this, and like him helping with the kids, and there's like a shot where I'm like, oh my god, that looks so like it looks like Superman, like it's right before he jumps, but like he's like walking on the construction site, and that cape's like fluttering. I was like, oh my god, it's so Superman mode. That's probably why he took this movie, because they were supposed to start filming in like 97, and this came out like 98.
Yep.
So it's like right around that time he probably said, well, I'm going to do this movie, and probably because, you know, I could do my Superman thing in this.
I have to say, I think this was a better choice.
Oh yeah. They canceled that Superman story and used all that money and moved it to Wild Wild West.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, because it's the same producer, so he had all his money, so he just moved it to another
project. Moved it over.
Yes.
Reinvested.
Yes. But yeah, so that's our opinion on City of Angels. But now
Rosenbaum. Wait, Rose.
Oh yeah, the Rosenbaum. Well, obviously 3. I got to give this 3 because just how it looks and just like how perfect it is. 3.
Yeah, I'm with you. 3 across the board. Look at me. This is the first time we ever agreed on a rating. Look at us.
Look at us. Growth.
Like, 2 years later.
2 years later, finally growth. But yeah, it was good. It was 3. Nicolas Cage is
awesome. I'm like, I picked a
awesome.
3 rose movie for Frank. I feel really good right now.
Look at me, I did it. No, it was good though. I really love this one. It was really good. Honestly, like it kind of seems like they would be like a good TV show. Like if you were to reboot this, I wouldn't want another movie, but make it like a TV show, like a mini series or something. I think that would work.
Mini series, yeah. I wouldn't want it to be, because I don't want this to go on for a bunch of seasons. I feel like you'd lose.
Well, you could just switch to a different angel, I would say. You would just switch to a different angel.
Touched by. I'm not gonna lie, I really loved the show Touched by an Angel when I was a kid.
It came out at the same time as this.
All the angels. Gosh.
All the angel stuff.
All the angels.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So next is Bong. Top Gun
Maverick. Wait.
Oh god.
Oh no.
What happened?
I thought you picked the first Top Gun.
Oh my god, Sarah. You're hilarious.
I was like watching this. I'm like, this is not a happy ending. This is terrible.
Oh my god, Sarah.
I have seen Top Gun Maverick. It was when I saw it in theaters, and it's funny.
I watched the first one. The first one's a music video. There's no story.
Okay, so funny story. I've never seen I didn't even know what Top Gun was, and Ari was like, "We need to go see Top Gun Maverick. We got to see it in the theaters. The fighter jets, the sound. We got to see it in the theaters." I'm like, "Okay, but I haven't seen the first one." We went anyways. We watched it. It was great. And then I was like, "Oh, Frank picked the first one. I can put the story together." We were watching it. I was like, "This movie sucks."
There's no connection to the first one. The first one's a music video. Sarah, you should have double checked with me.
I was so confused. I'm like, this is not happy. This is the best friend died.
But you at least seen Maverick, so
I have seen Maverick. I'm just gonna, as you retell the story, it'll come in. I also read the synopsis again because I want to make the connections. So I think we're okay. But I definitely watched the first one.
Yeah, the first one's a sad ending. The first one is like...
I was so confused. That's why I was like, happy ending. It was not happy.
He barely pulls up his bootstrings from the first one. He barely gets back in the jet.
It was terrible. It was the whole movie like had no plot line except for the goose dying.
No, there's no plot. So here's the thing, Sarah. So okay, since we're here now, let's talk about it. So like, I became a Tom Cruise fan literally 20 years ago. The first movie I saw of him ever was, well, actually second, but like, for all intents and purposes, I became a fan after this. So it was Collateral, and I seen like almost every movie he's done until like, I had never saw Top Gun. Like I never made the time for it. Like I heard so much about it. I'm like, it's Top Gun, whatever.
It's Top Gun.
So I think I only finally seen it in like 2015. Like it's very recent, where it's like, just like a few years ago. I didn't watch it when I was a kid. I didn't watch it anytime, but like I was like, it's okay, it's fine. And with Top Gun Maverick, it's completely different.
It's a way better movie.
It's a way better movie. There's a plot. There's amazing visuals, amazing stunts, real stunts. Like, I was watching, like that makes the difference. I was watching, I was like, damn, that makes the difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the first one is like just music video. Like literally, they play that song like over and over again. And again, a horny movie. I think that would have been the connection. That's hilarious. But yeah, like the second one is so much better, Sarah. So much better. Okay, so for those who don't know, Top Gun Maverick. So picture this. Let's start with the history. So 2010, poor Tony Scott takes his life, and no one wants to touch Top Gun. They're like, okay, Tony's dead. We're not going to make another Top Gun. We're not going to do it. So years later, about 2017, all right, let's do Top Gun 2. Let's finally do it. We got the script. We got the story. Let's do it. Then the pandemic happened, 2020. And everyone wants to buy this movie. They're all like throwing money down, like, okay, let's buy this movie. Let's put it on streaming. And Tom Cruise is like, no, we're going to put this in theaters exclusively. We're going to do it. And it's like, if you were around this time, there was so much Top Gun t-shirts, hats, and whatever during 2020, but the movie never came out. The same thing with toys. There was like toys of Top Gun. They're supposed to come out in 2020, and never happened. So for like 2 years, I think the trailer played in the theater like Top Gun coming soon. Then it finally released. What year did it finally come out? Was it 21 or 22?
Like, it was a year ago, maybe.
22, yeah, 22. So it stayed on the shelf for like years.
It's one of the first movies Ari and I ever saw in theaters together.
Aw, that's sweet. That's great. Yeah, it's a great movie. So it finally comes out 2022, and it's like the biggest movie ever. I saw it 3 times in the theater. One of my favorite moments ever, movie memories ever, is from Top Gun Maverick. So it's already been out for like 2 months, right? So me and my mom want to go see it again. We're going to see it on Cheap Tuesday, $5 Tuesday. We go see it. And it's, again, been 2-3 months since it came out. The theater is still packed. Packed house. We sit down, and there's an elderly couple next to me. They're probably in their 70s. And they're holding each other's hands through the whole movie. And the guy must have been an old Navy pilot or into planes, because he's naming all the planes through the movie. And then, like, when Iceman dies, she says, "Are you all right? You okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm okay." Because he must have loved that first movie or whatever. Maybe he became a pilot because of the first movie, because they're all old people or whatever. So, and they're just talking to each other, like whispering throughout the whole movie. And I thought that was like the most romantic thing ever, where they're just this elderly couple going to see Top Gun Maverick, and they're just like reassuring each other. Because I think the wife, he's like, "You like him?" or whatever, like it was like Glenn Powell or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, this is adorable." But that's like one of my favorite movie memories. And another one of my favorite movie memories is freaking, I don't know if you saw it, but like in the Regal showings, Tom Cruise would get on screen and be like, "Thank you guys for coming to the movies.
I did see it.
Movie for that."
Yes.
I love that little opening. I wish they left it on the DVD, because I love that thing, because he's like thanking us, like, and he's like, because he put so much love and effort into this movie, and he's like, "We're not going to make Top Gun 2 unless it's perfect," and it literally is perfect. Sarah, I think this is like one of the few most recent movies that hit my top 20.
I was just thinking, I'm like, this is such role reversal, because I picked a movie from the 90s and you picked a movie that was made in the 2020s.
Yeah, I know. Usually I'm really not into like modern movies, but this is like one of the few where I'm like, this is like the perfect movie. Like, this is perfect. It's like why you go to the movies. You want to be entertained. You want to see pretty people on the screen. The cast in this, oh my God, they're all good looking. They're all good looking people. And then there's like a person like Glenn Powell, I'm going to say, he's a fucking star. Like when he comes on screen as Hangman, you're like, that guy's gonna be a star. And like, I find it so ironic. So like, he did a movie called, oh god, what's it called? It's by Richard Linklater. Came out a few years ago. Everybody wants some. That's what the movie's called.
And also, he was in Hitman, which was, I just watched it last week, and that is my favorite movie of the year. It was so good.
Yes, and then so I was, what do you call it? So in this movie, oh yeah, so he was discovered basically, like kind of discovered, even though he was always working. He was basically kind of discovered by Richard Linklater because he was used in Everybody Wants Some. And I found it so ironic because in this movie, Slow Ride's playing, and it's Glenn Powell. And I was like, oh my god, Slow Ride's like Days Confused, Richard Linklater. It's almost like, oh, it's like a nice, like, ah, oh, that's so cool, like a mashup kind of thing, like, ah, oh, like a reference almost, even though it probably wasn't, but still, it felt like a reference. I was like, that's neat. And then he was in that movie, Anyone But You.
With, I on my list. I gotta watch it next.
That's
one.
Such a Sarah movie. You're gonna.
I know you keep saying that. I'm like, I keep seeing it. I'm like, I gotta watch it.
I'm trying to remember if anyone poops, but I'm pretty sure there's like humor in there you'll love.
Great, love it.
So Top Gun Maverick tells the story of an aging pilot named Peter. Oh god, I don't even know his last name. I just know him as Maverick. That's so funny. So Maverick is Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, man.
Pete Mitchell.
Oh yeah, Mitchell. That's right, Pete Mitchell. Oh my gosh. So. Oh yeah. Okay, I know I gotta tell the plot, but there's a point, Sarah. There's a little thing that I love about this movie. So you know how like Michael Scott like does that like little sly look on The Office, like you know, like your dentist's name is Prentice. Tom Cruise does the same exact look in the opening scene when they're going to shut us down. They're going to go to drones. They don't want to fund us anymore. And he's like, well, he's not here yet. And he does like the little Michael Scott look. I was like, oh my god, I love that so much. Oh my god, this opening scene is perfect, Sarah. So this aging guy, he wants to save a department because he's not thinking about himself. He's thinking about his fellow man. And they're all these military departments. They're like, they're going to fire us because they're going to go to drones. He says, we're not going to do that. We're going to make Mach 9. So he gets on the ship. Everybody's there, and it's all hopeful, and it's so great. And he's like, don't give me that look. And he's like, it's the only look I got. So he gets on his fighter jet, and it's shot so beautiful because I have the Blu-ray, so it shows like the IMAX version. So it's like the whole screen is filled. And it's beautiful, Sarah. And then, of course, fucking Ed Harris, old man Ed Harris comes there. Grim Reaper himself is like, what's going on, guys? I told you this, program was canceled. And then fucking Tom Cruise does it. He hits Mach 9. And then he's like, let's push it a little further. So he pushes it to Mach 10, crashes, lands in some country town, and then they're like, we should get rid of you. You destroyed property. You bumped into the ceiling that has to be washed, but we're going to send you to Top Gun. And he's like, what? Sir, what? And he says, your end days are coming. Tom Cruise, Maverick, Pete Mitchell. And he says, that may be true, Grim Reaper, but not today. Not today. So he goes to the Top Gun school, and there, oh my God, Sarah, ironically, I watched this today on Father's Day. He meets his surrogate son, Rooster, who is Goose's son. And it's sad. Yep. It's sad, Sarah.
He totally fucks over.
Oh my God, he fucked him over because he was trying to protect him, Sarah. He set him back 4 years, but he made a promise to a dying Meg Ryan. Don't let him fly in dangerous. Like, keep him alive. Don't let him end up like his father did.
Did they ever talk about how Meg Ryan died?
Yeah, she had cancer. I think they mentioned that. Brief line or, Yeah. But yeah, she died, and he made a promise to her on her deathbed. I think he's talking to Jennifer Connelly, a.k.a., oh my God, Jennifer Connelly, the most beautiful woman in the world. And they do another reference when they introduce her. They're playing fucking David Bowie under her, intro. I'm like, oh my God, Labyrinth. Holy shit. Oh. So I'm like, oh my God, I love this movie because, for those who don't know, Chief Brody Rules fans out there, if you're watching, you know this. I shipped Tom Cruise and Jennifer Connelly in my fan trailer years ago where I had them in the movie together. So finally it's happening. 2022. Jennifer Connelly, Tom Cruise.
Also, we love that it's a reference to the first movie about the general's daughter that he dated. That was like in the first 5 minutes of the first movie.
Yes. Yeah. That's a little, I think that's like the most member berries they do because most of the movie is like original story. They don't try to do too many references. Mm-hmm. I think they get that out of the way right in the beginning. They have like the opening title and then that, danger zone, and then from there on, there's like no member berries. It's like, we're all right, we're done. This is a new story. This is old Tom Cruise trying to do his thing. And so he has to train these kids, and he's doing it, and it's hard because they can't do it. And then John Hamm is all meanie. John Hamm. The funny thing about John Hamm I find funny about this movie is that he's like being meanie and like serious man, but like you could tell that he's having a fucking blast. Like you could almost see him being like, "Oh, I'm in a Top Gun movie with Tom Cruise. This is awesome." Anyway, he's like, "Tom Cruise, you're fired. You almost hurt these kids. Get out of here. All you've done is show them that this mission can't be done." And Tom Cruise is like, he goes back to his lady friend, Jennifer Connelly. He's like, "I can't do it." And she's like, "Fuck off, Pete. You can do this. Get back in there." So, like, very next day, John Hamm's fucking it up. He says, "Well, from 2 minutes, we're going to push it up to 5 minutes." And they're like, "Well, we're going to be seen. We're going to die." And he says, "Well, that's a chance I'm willing to take." And then all of a sudden, on the screen, blip, they're like, "Who the hell is that?" And it's Pete Mitchell, Maverick, and he's in the fighter jet, and he says, "I got this, guys." And he's like, and he's like doing the thing. He's going up and down and left and right, and all like the guy. What's his name? Oh God, what's the actor's name? I have to get it right because I want him in every Tom Cruise movie. In fact, I want him in every movie.
Tom Cruise movie.
Oh God, what's his name? Charles Parnell. Okay, he's like the old black guy, and he's like, Charles Parnell needs to be in every goddamn movie from now on. He's like this, like, yeah, Maverick's awesome. Because, like, you could tell, like, John Hamm's, like, the new generation, and that guy is, like, the old generation, and he believes in Maverick. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah, Maverick. So Maverick does it in 2 minutes, and they're like, okay, Maverick, you destroyed a plane, you made it unflyable, but I have to go against my better judgment. You're going to go on this impossible mission. Dun, dun, dun.
It's impossible.
Yep. And then, so he has to decide, he has to pick Rooster, because Rooster is definitely the better choice, rather than Hangman. And he has Bob, and he has the chick there, so they're flying. And they do the mission, and it's great. And then, oh my gosh. Like, there's a scene where Rooster is like, "Oh my God, talk to me, Dad. Talk to me." And then it cuts to Maverick saying, "You can do this, Rooster. You can do this. Surrogate son." It's perfect editing. It's like Mitchell's talking to him via, like, their minds. And it's great because he finally does it. Rooster hits the gas. He does it. And then Rooster runs out of, like, his flares. And he's like, "Oh no, I'm going to get shot down." And then Maverick gets shot. Screen goes black.
I remember having such a roller coaster of emotions when that happened.
I know.
Oh my God, they killed Tom Cruise!
I know. I was like, holy shit, you killed Tom Cruise. And then one of the best, oh my God, there's more movies. Because, Sarah, I can't tell you how many movies there are where you're like, fuck, there's more movie left. I can tell you right now, it's probably those Jurassic World movies, especially the Dominion, where you're like, fuck, there's more movie left? Not with that gun, Maverick. The screen goes black and you're sad, and then the screen comes back up and it's Maverick laying in the snow, and you're like, oh, there's more movie left. Oh my God, this is great. It makes you want to watch. It's not like, oh, fuck's sake, come on, guys, wrap it up.
You're killing me today.
I know, I have to tell you this because you didn't watch this. I mean, I have to go into detail. I have to go into detail.
I love it.
So Maverick's there, right? He's in the snow, and he's trying to run in the snow. He's doing his Tom Cruise thing. He's like, fuck yeah. He had a squeeze in his running, so he's got it there. And then, like, fucking Last Action Hero, the helicopter comes down. The turrets are on him. It's going to shoot him. Fucking Rooster comes in, shoots the helicopter, and then Rooster gets shut down. So then Tom Cruise does his running thing. Dun, dun, dun. Finds Rooster. And Rooster's there, right? And he's like, damn it, Rooster, I did this to save your life. He's like, I saved your life. And it's so great because it's like father, son. Wonderful. So, wonderful picture. So then they find the military base that they just blew up because they don't want anyone flying out of there, right? So they're running through the chaos. So they're going in there unseen because it's already chaos. The thing's been blown up. And they find the old fighter jet that Tom Cruise used to fly in the first movie. It's the same model. So that's why it's like, oh shit. Okay. He's got to go back to old school. So, like, Tom Cruise is like, okay, you're going to fill it up, and you're going to retract the ladder, and when that hits that, we're out of here. So Rooster's like, all right, let's do this. So they get in the fighter jet, and the fucking runway's short, Sarah. This thing is fucking small. It's like barely a football field. So Maverick's fucking crazy, right? He's in his fighter jet. He puts out the wings. Rooster's losing his shit. Rooster's like, oh my God, this runway's not long enough. We're not going to make this. And Tom Cruise, of course, he's like, we're going to do this. So he puts the gas in. He flies, Sarah. And he knocks off the tire, but they make it in the air. So, and not only that, but like Rooster's smart enough, right? So he puts on his little tracker device. And it's my fucking favorite part, Sarah. My fucking favorite part. I'm sorry I'm swearing. Pardon my French for our young listeners out there. But here comes the scene, Sarah. So they're in the room. They're like, Rooster's tracking device just came on. Is it a problem? Is it a glitch? No, he's moving at supersonic. And they look at each other. And then you hear the Top Gun gong. Gong. No, wait. I fucked it up. No, it's the black guy. The black guy's like, no, it can't be. And then you hear the Top Gun gong. Gong. And then it cuts to John Hamm saying, Maverick. It's so fucking good. So fucking good, Sarah. And it's like, da, da, da. So like, they're up there, right? They're trying to fly away. And then there's these two velociraptors that come out of nowhere, right? So they're like, fuck, they're visuals based on movement, right? So they're trying to act cool. And they're doing like, hey, I can't understand you. And then he's like, fuck, we got to get out of this. So they shoot the one jet. Jet goes down. So they have to do a dogfight. So they're dogfighting Sarah. They're trying to get back to the ship. And like Hangman's like listening, I think. And Hangman's like, damn it, I got to go and help them or whatever. So that's been set up, right? So they blow up the second guy. Barely, just barely. Like, I think they ran out of missiles, they ran out of flares, and they take him down with their little bullets. They finish the bullets off, the guy dies. So they're like, all right, let's go back to the ocean. So they're going over the ocean, and then little Rooster finally figures out how to turn on the little radar to the radio, So he's like, oh, I found it at the button. He puts the button in, and then I'll hear bleep. And they're like, oh no, where is he? They're looking around, and Maverick's like, he's right in front of us. And there's the fighter jet. A bad guy fighter jet. The third Velociraptor, just like Jurassic Park. Fucking awesome. So they're like, oh my God, how are we going to get out of this? I think maybe there are some flares left because that's one of the last things they do, right? So he pops the flares and then he's like, oh my God, we have to eject. We have nothing to do. There's no other options. We're not close to the boat. He's going to get us. I have to save you, Rooster. I'm not going to let this happen again. So he gets altitude and they're like, all right, pop it. Eject. Sarah, they can't eject.
Of course they can't because they couldn't in the first one.
They're going to die, Sarah.
They're gonna die.
And then Tom Cruise is having such a bad father moment. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Rooster. Or I'm so sorry, Goose. I'm so sorry, Goose. Because he's been talking to him this whole time, Goose. And then like fucking straight out of City of Angels. That moment. City of Angels. Glenn Powell comes in and saves the day and kills the third Velociraptor, like the goddamn T-Rex from Jurassic Park. And he says, I am good, Rooster. I am good. I am wise. And then they get on the tarmac, and here's the happy ending, Sarah. The happy ending. He goes up to... Oh, no. So he looks up. It's like Mad Max Road Warrior, right? He looks up, and he sees Furiosa, and he does the salute to John Hamm. So that happens, right? Because John Hamm finally likes him, gives him the respect, and the other guy gives him the fist pump. But then he sees little Rooster. He goes to Rooster and he says, thank you for saving my life. And then Rooster goes, oh God, hopefully I don't cry. But Rooster goes, it's what my dad would have done.
Oh.
And then they hug. And it's like the best thing ever. One of the best movies ever. Oh my God, it's what my dad would have done. Oh my God, I'm holding it back, sir. I didn't even cry this much during City of Angels. I cried this much during Top Gun Maverick. So... it ends just when you think the movie couldn't get any better. So he goes back, they have a better relationship, father-son, they're fixing the plane together. And then fucking Jennifer Connelly comes in with these nice mom jeans. She goes in there.
These nice mom jeans.
And they hug. And just when you think the movie couldn't reach peak, fucking Lady Gaga kicks in. Hold my hand, hold my hand, hold my hand. And it's perfect, Sarah. It's perfect. The best movie.
Oh man, it was honestly worth not watching again just to hear your recap of it.
I know, because I would have been like, yeah, it's fine. It's like the first movie.
No, first of all, I think offline, Frank, you just need to go back to this recording and like we need to do like one
put
of
it to visuals.
Cartoon visual, right? And like like when there's like a podcast and you add like the funny visuals to it.
Yes.
Retelling the story. Like, can we please do that?
And if I'm going to do that, I should also say, oh yeah, Val Kilmer's there and he dies.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Val Kilmer's there. He shows up. Doc Holliday himself.
It's just like a stick figure with like X's over his eyes at the end. The end.
The end. They're fucking flying a plane that has Lady Gaga's initials on it. Amazing. LG right on the side of the plane.
Oh my god.
So Sarah, when you saw it with Ari, what was your favorite scene?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember back to
2022.
Way back in. I really did love I was on such an emotional roller coaster with like Maverick dying, and I remember being like, what the fuck? I'm like hitting Ari. I'm like, no, this can't be the end. And then I do remember like when it comes back and he's in the snow, and I'm like, that man is a cat. 9 lives. He is a cat. Like, he has used 3 of his lives now, and he is still alive. Thank God. I love that. And I also love Miles Teller. Like, I'm a big fan of just about every movie he's ever been in. So I remember really enjoying the rivalry between like how like the sass, like the teenage boy with dad, like,
yeah,
I don't like you, like F you, you know.
It's
like,
not the plane, it's the pilot. Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. So I remember liking that story arc in the movie of like the redemption. And again, I want to remind you, I had not seen the first Top Gun until yesterday. So,
so tell me what you think about the first Top Gun. Yeah, that's interesting to talk about.
So I had to do a bunch of like, I think I went into the movie and maybe I did a synopsis read of the first Top Gun, so I kind of knew what was going on. I do have to say also, I'm like a little bummed out that they, what was her name? Kelly. The
one from the first movie.
Yeah, they didn't ask her back because she got her. This was a quote.
She
from her.
aged rapidly. Yes.
Yeah, that's basically what she said. Is she's like, I'm old and fat, and they want pretty people. She literally said that, which made me sad for like womanhood in general. So I'll just put that plug in that I was a little bummed out by that. But
we got Jennifer Connelly though, so it all worked out.
No, Jennifer Connelly is beautiful. So, anyways, the first movie was absolute dog poop. Like it was so bad. Like we were watching it, and Ari's like, you know, when the fiance, husband, boyfriend's like not watching a movie, but they're like walking like through the kitchen and watching it at the same time, like stops, like eats something, watches the movie, stands behind the couch, like I'm not watching this movie. Right? That was Ari the whole time, and every time he's like, this is so dumb. This movie is so dumb. Like the second one's way better. Like, but look at those planes. They're not even real. It's not real. Like, you don't even like movies. Like
it's not even real.
But like the plot line of the first movie it didn't exist. I don't even know. It's just like it felt like something about it felt wrong. I'm just like the love story didn't really make sense. Like
yeah, he goes there. Like there's like a whole theory where like he's like not interested in her until she dresses like a man. Because there's that scene in the elevator where she's dressed like a dude. Remember?
Yeah.
Because he goes to see her, right? And he dumps all this emotional baggage on her. Like she's ready to bang, like then and there. But then he like freaks out. So then like the next day, he goes to work and she's there and she fucking has her hair up in her hat. And she's never looked like this in the movie, mind you. The whole movie.
Why does she even look like that? I didn't even know. I was like, is that her?
That was her.
Yeah,
I don't even know why she looks like that, but like for some reason, like there's like a theory out there, like she had to look like that in order to get him there. Oh my gosh! But yeah, there's that, and then Sarah. This is the reason why I love Tony Scott. So I know you say it's not that great, or whatever, but there's some things about Top Gun, the first one, that really work. Other than it looked real, because it looks amazing. That's the first thing I'll say. It looks amazing because in the script it said classroom day. That's all it said. Classroom day. And you know what Tony Scott did? He's like, we're going to put the fucking classroom on the tarmac. We're going to have jets on the back. We're going to have little chairs there. Yep. That's the classroom. Meanwhile, classrooms aren't like that. Classrooms are in like a boring
literally
building.
In a room, yeah.
And he's like, nah, we're going to make this awesome. We're going to have like all these jets. We're going to have it in the hangar. We're going to have like American flags. So that's what I love about Tony Scott. I miss the guy. He was like one of my favorite directors. This is like one of his little stepping stones before he became like awesome with Denzel. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I love aspects of the first Top Gun.
Okay,
because
fair.
the second one's so much better. But yeah, I'll say that.
And the comment I had on the first one was like, man, they did grief wrong. Everything about. I was like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, whoa, got this whole thing wrong. Like,
you gotta be a man, Maverick. Ignore it. Hide your feelings.
Like he's sitting in the bathroom in his like whitey tighty underwear, and like the general comes in and is like, you just gotta move on. It's been 24 hours, brother. What's wrong with
you? Who cares?
I lost 18 of my men in Nam, and I'm fine. And I'm like, bad. Like, no, I'm just here to say, as your friendly neighborhood grief coach, like, you shouldn't be over the death of your best friend that you witnessed 24 hours later. First, into flying a plane like 48 hours after, if you're not feeling it, like, get back in the saddle, but like, take your time if you need it. Like, you know, like, it's okay to cry if you're a man. It's okay to have emotions. Like,
there's no time for emotions in this movie.
I'm just like, this is terrible.
They even give the guy grief in the beginning when he has his panic attack. It's the guy from Christine.
Yep.
He has his panic attack, and Tim Robbins is trying to calm him down. Like, dude, we gotta land. And he's like, and then Tom Cruise is all badass. He's like, okay, we're gonna do this together. Watch my eyes. Don't look away. Yep. We're gonna go around the leaf. That's what he does. Yep, but like, I like when his friend dies. Fuck it, ignore your feelings.
I know.
Maverick.
I was watching this and I was just like cringing. I'm like, no, this is like what people think grief should be like, and it's not.
It's not. It takes time.
It takes time. It takes as much or as little time. It's okay if you want to go back to work the next day. It's also okay if you don't want to go back to work the next day. Like, there's no right or wrong, but like the wrong thing is to be forced into something you don't want to do.
Get back in that jet, Tom Cruise. We got to beat the Russians.
We're going to make you the lead on this mission right now. Like, graduate and go off and save the country.
And he does.
He does, yeah.
He becomes he becomes a fighter ace.
Yeah, okay, anyways. But that was
and he finds that loving feeling again.
In that loving feeling.
Oh, living feeling. It's great.
Oh man.
But yeah. So yeah. Okay, so there was that, and then
and
your favorite scene.
Of the old Top Gun, or the new Top Gun was when he Tom Cruise lived.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
When there was more movie, more movie, and then
there's more movie.
Did you have one for the original, the old one?
Okay, this is kind of like morbid, but I thought the scene where Goose died was really sweet. Like, it was so sad, and
he really goes all out with his emotions. I agree.
You know, they're floating in the water, and he just like holds him, and it's just like, that really got me. I really like that scene.
Oh, that's sad. It's so fucking sad because they eject, and it's not his fault, and like he just bumps his head into that thing. Oh my god, and poor Goose.
I know, and Goose. Of course, it had to be Goose with the kid.
Oh, Goose. Oh, that is sad. I should rewatch it.
That's like
I need to grieve for Goose.
I'm not like a huge fan of mustaches. Like, they really don't work for a lot of people, but they work. For
Miles Teller.
Miles Teller and Goose both can pull the stash off for sure. But only Miles Teller as Rooster. Oh no.
It's from my Mario stream.
Were you waiting for this moment? Did you just know that the stash was going to come up?
I have a Mario mustache for whenever I need to do my Mario streams, or if I ever do a reference to Gary Oldman from The Dark Knight.
Oh my god.
Because I think I've done it like several times where I was like, what's that scene from The Dark Knight where he's at the end of the movie, he's like, it's my fault or whatever. It's me. I did it. We all did.
Oh,
oh my gosh. So, how many roses do you give both movies? The first one and the new one.
Okay, first one was like one bomb.
One bomb. That's nice. Okay, that's fair. That's fair from Sarah.
The Top Gun Maverick, I think it was like, I'd say it's solid 1.5 for me. Like, it was really good, really well done. It's not like a movie I'm like running to watch again. So that's why it's the one. And if it,
That's why you watched the first one. I'm not watching that Maverick.
I would have rather watched the second one. I wish, but I do have to say, you gave me like a more holistic perspective. So thank you. And it was like confusing to me because every other movie you've ever picked was made before 2000. So I was like, no, I also just want you to know, I pulled up Top Gun Maverick and I started it and I was like, no, there's no way Frank would pick a movie made this early. No, he meant the other one. And I literally exited out and went to the original Top Gun.
I think I even texted you Maverick.
I know. My friend is like, there's no way Frank picked a movie that was made after 2000.
There's no way. Impossible. Impossible. Oh my gosh, Sarah. That's
so
hilarious.
you're rating for both of them.
That's hilarious. Okay, so you give the Maverick one. Okay, I'm hurt, but I understand. It's Sarah. I obviously give Top Gun Maverick 3. I think it's in my top 10 or number 10. It's in my top 20. I know that for sure.
Love that.
I just recently redid my list, so I'm working my way down. For those who don't know, Chief Brody Rules fans, I'm working on 101 videos, so I'm counting down. I'm doing like little mashups all the way down to number 1 because I started at 101 to 1. Right now, I think I'm at like number 30, 29. I'm almost there. I'm almost to number 1.
Almost there.
Mashups. But yeah, that's so cool. But obviously, I give it 3. And then the original Top Gun, I think I give it like a half.
A half.
A half a rose. I almost want to give it like right in the middle. How about right there, right down the middle? Because it's I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's like neutral. Yeah. It's like right down the middle.
That's good.
Because I love Tom Cruise movies, but it's like probably my, I don't want to say least favorite because there are some other bombs, but like I don't want to go back to it. It's like I'll go back to Collateral, I'll go back to War of the Worlds, I'll go back to all the Mission Impossibles, but like not the first Top Gun.
I gotta say, like Tom Cruise in the first movie, like when he's young, he looks like too perfect. I'm like, how is your? I don't understand. Like your face, it looks not real. It doesn't look real. Like you had I don't understand.
It's like perfect symmetrical. That's the weird
thing.
It's
like
too.
Perfectly symmetrical. Like the eyebrows are perfectly coiffed. It's just like all of it.
And the teeth, like there's nothing messed with his teeth. He's like into the hair. Like there's like nothing wrong with he can like wear a helmet and it'll still look good.
Yeah, it was very confusing. I'm just like, I mean, like I think Tom Cruise outside of Hollywood's kind of like a little sketchy with the Scientology stuff, you know. But like, and then I was thinking, I'm like, was this Tom Cruise before Scientology?
Yes, it was. Because he met Mimi Rogers, and then that happened.
Crazy. Well, he looked like too perfect. It was off. It was unsettling.
Unsettling.
It was unsettling.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we did the favorite scenes. We did that.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, what was your favorite scene?
In the original Top Gun?
Both.
Okay, so in the new Top Gun, it's the scene when they realize they're still alive, and he says, "No, it can't be."
Yep.
Maverick. That's my favorite scene.
Okay, cool.
And then the original one, I think my favorite scene, I think it's any scene with Val Kilmer because, like, it's always said that he's always, like, mean, but, like, he's, like, literally just trying to help him out. He's like, dude, your friend just died. Like, are you sure you're okay? Like, if you need to talk to anybody, you can talk to me. Like, literally, like, Val Kilmer is just trying to freaking help him. But, like, Tom Cruise is just, like, competing with him.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, any scene with Val Kilmer. Because, like, I feel like Val Kilmer is, like, really, really good in that movie as well. Even though it's just, like, a sort of, like, almost like a minor role. Almost.
It's, like, so weird to see Val Kilmer in the OG movie and Val Kilmer in the new movie. And, like,
it's sad what happened. Oh, my God. Because he got cancer in the throat. Ugh. Because, like, Val Kilmer was my hero in the 90s. Batman, The Saint. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah, Doc Holliday as well. Oh, and then that happened to him. Sad.
Did he actually die in real life?
No, he just had cancer. That's why he has the throat thing. The throat thing. That's his real voice.
Okay.
There was a documentary made, and his son did the narration. His son sounds almost exactly like him. It's insane. Crazy. It's insane. Okay, so Sarah, next month is July. Making sure, first thing, are you available for the next show?
Yes, I'm available.
Okay. And then, what should the theme be? It's July.
Oh, wait. One last thing. I also love we're in season 2 and like both of our, like unintentionally, both of our movie, like your movie was a sequel and mine was a remake. So just want to like bring that full circle.
Yes, and they both had Meg Ryan.
Yes.
All three of them.
Yes.
Count
all 3. Okay. So So, what shall our theme be next month? So, we had a couple of theme recs from the audience last time, which was how we got this theme, which was a great theme.
Yes. So now, I forgot to ask again.
I'm trying to remember what the other ideas were.
Okay, so I know it's summer, so maybe like a summer themed
Summer.
one.
There's also like 4th of July.
Yep.
There's also, let's see, what else is in July?
Like I have a pick, but I'm not. I'm gonna try to find the suggestions though. Episode suggestions. I'll look up the word suggestions because I tweet too much, so it's been like a month. Spooky themed episodes. I don't see it here. Editing. So, there we go. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. That's an old episode. Dang it. Where is it, Sarah? So, Sarah, do you have any ideas while I'm trying to find this?
I'm trying to think. Okay.
Any suggestions?
Well, I really like the movie Hitman. Have you seen it yet?
It's on Netflix, Sarah.
I know. It's on Netflix, Sarah. My plan to keep you.
No, I'm not gonna pay $10 for that thing.
It's such a good movie. It was in theaters by me too. Maybe it was in theaters somewhere in theaters.
Here's the thing with Netflix, which really pisses me off. It's like they only release it in like 5 theaters, and it's like in the big cities for like a week, so it can be Oscar nominated.
Oh, that's why they do that. It was like playing at the like an indie movie theater right outside my door, and I was so bummed because I'm like, I really want to see this, and we totally missed it. But then I was excited it was on Netflix.
Yeah,
Hitman was really good.
I'm also like, it's good. I want to watch it, but like I heard rumblings. It might be on physical disc later this year.
Okay, fine. Wait, it was.
We can wait. I like Glenn Powell. He's a star. I can't wait till Twister.
He's a star. He's a
star. He's a bright shining star.
I think at some point we talked about doing a season of TV.
That's right. That was your suggestion. But I have to find the time now, and it's.
I know. I'm like, that is a commitment because it's 20 hours versus like 6.
Audience, this is hilarious because for Christmas we were like, we should pick a movie and 2 Christmas specials, and like immediately we were both like, no, we don't have time for this. And now Sarah's like, how about we watch a whole season of television?
2 seasons of shows. We could just do 1 show and then not 2 movies, but then it's like, have you seen this? Because it's me versus you, so it kind of goes away from the theme.
Yeah, and then how do we discuss that if we watch a whole season?
I mean, you could. I mean, if it's not like a 20 episode series, if it was like 10 episodes or less, but there's so many shows I want you to see.
I want to watch Smallville so bad.
I want to watch Smallville. I haven't seen Smallville.
I want to watch Smallville so bad, but I'm not ready. How about we make like that like an August episode? Because like July, here's my suggestions for July. Just the ideas I have in my head is either Jaws or Con Air. Those I really want to talk to you with.
What's Con Air?
Con Air is Nicolas Cage. He comes back from being a ranger in the military from Desert War. He goes to the bar where his wife works. She's pregnant. And he's like, she's my hummingbird. And then fucking Gringo from the Guy movie. He's like, he goes in there and he's like, hey man, I like your wife. And he's like, you leave my wife alone. And then he fights the guy and accidentally kills him in self-defense. So he has to go to court and he admits that he murdered him. And then he thought he was going to get like a light deal for admitting it. Nope. He gets like 5 years sent to prison. And then, Sarah, on his way home, this is the whole movie now. On his way home, he gets put on a prison plane and all the prisoners escape, and it's an all-star cast. We got John Malkovich, we got Ving Rhames, we got John Cusack, and like some other people from TV and all that. We got Dave Chappelle. He's in there, funny guy.
Interesting. Steve Buscemi. I'm looking at
Steve Buscemi, yep.
I do like the cast. This does sound like an interesting movie. I could be into this.
So either Jaws or Con Air. Those are my picks for summertime.
My pick is Con Air. My thought, like if not that it's my say, but Con Air sounds really good. And I've seen Jaws years ago. Okay. But then what would be the theme if we did Con Air? Like,
it's gonna be summer. You have to pick a movie that's summer.
Oh, summer movie.
Yeah, because that movie takes place on July 14th. You'll see it in the movie. Spoilers alert.
Okay. Yeah. Summer movie.
What does Sarah got?
I'm gonna look up a list. I'm gonna type into the Google machine summer movies and see what
AI.
Tell me. Tell me.
AI, tell me. Think for me. Speak
Okay,
to me.
I'm not gonna choose this movie, but it was really cute. Theater Camp.
Oh, that was something I
I
wanted to
was
see.
like laughing so hard the whole time because I did theater in high school, and it just really cracked me up.
I did want to see that. That looked good.
Okay,
Yes.
so maybe it's an option. Theater Camp was
maybe,
cute.
yes.
It was quite cute. I watched it on a plane. Oh, there's 500 Days of Summer. I haven't seen that in so long. I love Zoe Deschanel.
Oh, that's so sad. Oh.
Oh, but it's so good, and I love
that's so
like the visuals, like the dark and the light, and the dark and the light, and her name's Summer.
I literally just I saw a meme. All it was a photo with the captions, and I just felt gut punched again. But it was the part where she was like, I felt the answer that you didn't answer for me, or like I felt comfortable where you didn't give me that, or I was like, oh,
no, but it's so good. And then
that's
a good one. Okay, so that's an option. We got 500 Days Summer. Also, like throwback, Grease was like my favorite movie growing up. I watched it.
46 years old.
It's 46. That's
it just turned 46. Yes.
Wow. So I love Grease. Also, The Parent Trap, like with the OG Lindsay Lohan. That was a good one.
Oh, it's a remake. That's the remake.
Yeah. Well, sorry, not the OG. That's not.
I'm like, what, the 60s version? Oh my God, Sarah. An older movie from Sarah?
No, you already got one for me this month. There won't be another one. Oh, also Joyride. Did you see that? That was funny. Cracked up the whole time.
Joyride.
It's basically like wait a minute, maybe this one. Okay. Joyride is
is that the Eric Andre movie?
No, it's like the Bridesmaids.
Oh, that movie. Oh, dude, that was like all sexified. I remember that trailer.
That was good. Okay, but I think I might know what movie I want. It's a Hulu movie. I'm sorry, you'd have to get Hulu for the month. You can use my login. Don't tell anybody that.
Don't tell them that. They're going to find out, Sarah. They're going to know. They're going to come. They're going to hear the knocking on my door. Who is this? You're not in her district. What is this? You're not family.
Palm Springs with Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg is like one of my top celebrity crushes in a weird way because he's so funny. I love him.
Hot Rod.
From Hot Rod, from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm a big Andy Samberg fan. Like, love Andy
Laser Cats. Oh my gosh.
And Palm Springs is such a good movie. I think that's what I'm picking. It's not. I don't know if it's set. I can't remember if it's set in the summer, but it's set in Palm Springs, which is very summery. So I'd say
it's the Groundhog Day movie.
It's the Groundhog Day movie. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But have you seen it?
I know a lot about it. I I think I watched a lot of clips. Because like when it came, like, you know, because it was during COVID, so they advertised heavily, so much so that I think they had like 10-minute scenes. They had a lot of trailers. Everyone talked about it. So like I know a lot about it. I haven't seen it, but I get the gist.
Oh wait.
What you got? What you got,
okay.
Sarah? Give it to me.
This is an old movie. This is an old one. Did you ever watch the Ernest movies?
I've only seen. Oh, I don't think I've lightly seen it because I edited with it. I've only seen the one with camp.
Ernest Goes to Camp is the best Ernest. I've seen all the Ernest movies. Love those movies when I was a kid.
Those are totally Sarah movies. I know the whole. Again,
I love that there's a scene with the golf cart just like through the whole movie.
He drives it into the dozer and it explodes like a huge ass explosion.
I know, but before that, through the whole movie, it's just like in the background, it's like golf cart through a golf cart, like it's just driving itself for like the entire movie. Oh my god,
Sarah, I should show you. Sarah, since we're here and this is also on Chief Brody Rules, let me try to find my fan trailer of Ernest Goes to Camp.
Oh my god, I love Ernest Goes to Camp. That's my okay. I think I'm gonna need oh my god, but there's wait. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have looked up a list. Have you seen this might be the one. Have you seen Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar?
Yes, I love that movie.
That is one of my
We should do that one. That's
oh my god, I love that movie.
That's a fun talk. I love that one.
Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, and it's basically Bridesmaids because it's the two women who wrote Bridesmaids together, and they wrote this movie together. And the only reason that the other not Kristen Wiig wasn't in Bridesmaids is because she got pregnant.
Yeah, all right, let's see okay, go. You can finish your story. No,
that was it. I love Barb. I've seen that.
Yeah, movie. I love it because it's a live action cartoon. It's like the closest thing to Anchorman 1. Because it's so crazy. Okay, full screen, And this is the fan trailer I did.
In this land of frozen beauty, where a proud people make their home, Aegis Oil is making a killing.
The people here want to talk about the poisons in their environment.
If Aegis 1 is not online and operational in 13 days, then the oil rights will revert back to the Eskimos, and that is not going to happen.
But there is hope. And now, he's here.
Ernest P. Worrell.
I don't need that kind of problem right now.
Get rid of the problem.
You mean mercenaries?
Now this land has a friend.
In you, I've seen a great spirit.
These people have a warrior. And this corporation
Find me a buddy or find me the man.
has a big problem.
I mean, who the hell is this guy? I'd say he's company. Company? CIA.
Whatever he is, he's a damn problem.
I think we might be. Run him off this land.
He'd need a miracle to stop us now.
On deadly ground.
He never knew when to quit.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's how I know the movie, just because I edited with it.
Oh, that's great. I love that mashup. I really miss Ernest. Ernest was the best. I totally forgot about the exploding toilet.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so you're still up in the, what was your, oh yeah, Barb and Star.
I'm leaning towards Barb and Star, but I'll
Barb and
confirm
Star.
with you. Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. I've seen that
That's
movie like 10
hilarious.
times. It's like, that movie is up there with Bridesmaids for me. Like, that is like...
That is hilarious. I want to talk about that. Just
Okay, let's do Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
Barb and Star and Con Air. I love this. And we'll do like summer blast or summer weekend.
The color, but also like the colors in Barb and Star are like ridiculous. They are like, it's like a Lily Pulitzer just puked on like the movie. It's just...
Oh my god. I completely forgot what's his name in there. The Italian.
Oh,
guy.
Christian from 50 Shades of Grey is like the main love interest, and he plays like the total opposite. Can you please do a mashup of Barb and Star and 50 Shades of Grey, because that was like my favorite part.
Oh, isn't he kind of like a dork in that movie?
Yeah, he's
too,
a
which is
super
kind of-
dork. He's like really, he's
Yeah.
like, I just want to fall in love. I just want to be loved. And then he has like the music video scene where he's like little seagull talking to the seagulls. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's right. She plays like that villain, that super villain. Oh my god.
Yes.
This is a great movie. We need to talk about it.
This is like the best juxtaposition to like City of Angels and Top Gun.
Yes. What's his name? Where is it? Andy Garcia.
Jamie
There it is.
Dornan.
Tommy Bahama. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, Tommy Bahama does
Tommy
have
Bahama.
has a what's it called, cameo in this.
Yes.
He's like the spirit that shows up.
We have to talk about it because it's so outrageous. Like it
It's
really
so
is.
good. It's one of my favorites.
I love it.
I
wish
can't
there was-
wait to make Ari watch this movie.
Make him watch it. Force him.
I'm
Give
gonna
him eye
like drag him
drops.
to the couch and be like, "You have to watch this."
You
like,
have to
no
watch it.
chess, not allowed.
No
I
chest,
might have
no
already made
nothing.
him watch it because I love this movie so much.
I watched it like 3 times when I got it because this was supposed to go into the theater. It never did. It released right to DVD, and I bought the DVD and I watched it like 3 or 4 times that weekend. It was amazing. I love that movie.
It's so good. Oh my god, I
So
can't
good.
wait. This is gonna be great.
It's
Love
so
it.
good. So, thank you
Perfect
guys for
summer
tuning
movie.
in.
Yes.
Perfect summer movie. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is a great episode. Leave a comment down below of any suggestions for the next episode. But I think for August, let's try to do the season. Let's try this crazy idea.
Okay, I have
My
to think.
picks-
There's so many TV shows I want you to watch. Do I make you watch Bridgerton?
Yep, you're gonna give me that. You know, Sarah, I'll admit it. I'll have to get Netflix soon because I want to watch Beverly Hills Cop XLF.
You have to watch Bridgerton. But
Is
like
it on
all,
Netflix?
it's on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
But the thing is, you have to watch season 3, but you need the context of season 1 and 2 to like enjoy season 3. So like, it's only like 24 episodes. You'll be fine.
I guess that's same with me because I want to watch Smallville. I'm sure there's like 23 episodes in that.
Love it.
Okay, so
All
yeah,
right.
that'll be my pick for that, and I could prep for that. Okay, we'll do that, Sarah, for August TV show.
Oh wait, I'm not committing to Bridgerton yet. Because I also really want you to watch The Good Place. I love that TV show.
Oh, that's the one with Anna from Frozen.
Yes.
Yes. And Ted Danson.
Yes, it's a really good one. And it's like so spiritual but funny.
It's the Sarah show. Like the minute you said so, I'm like, yep. Afterlife, Good Place, yep. That's the Sarah show. And of course mine is like nostalgia. Of course it's like old school Smallville. Yep. Makes sense.
It's very fitting.
It's very fitting. It makes sense. This is us. This is us.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so leave a comment down below for anyone who watches. Any suggestions for, I would guess it would be the September episode then, if we're going to do TV for August and the July is summer.
September, if anybody wants to get excited or inspired, September is my 30th birthday, so I already know what movie I'm picking. I've had it picked out since the beginning of the year. You know it. I know it. We all know what chick flick we're watching in September.
Do I know?
13 going on 30.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm thinking, because I'm thinking you. I'm like, is it Inside Out? Is it Inside Out?
Is it Inside Out?
I'm like, which one is it?
13 going on 30 for sure.
I have not seen that one.
You haven't seen 13 going on 30? I've been waiting to turn 30 to watch that again. I might even get the dress from it and do the dance. Like it's like OG Jennifer Garner.
It was that era where I was a male teen, so I wasn't into that, and since I didn't watch it then, so I never went back to it.
I knew Hulk from I thought Hulk was 13 going on 30 guy before he was Hulk. Like he was
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
It's so funny. I knew him from Collateral, and like nobody knew him from Collateral. He has like a tiny role in Collateral. It just cracks me up because the way he dies. Oops, spoiler alert. He dies in Collateral. But the way he dies is comical to me. I love it.
Love it.
No, we're going to talk about it, Sarah. I'm just going to spoil it for you because it makes me laugh. Okay, so he's this like narcotics agent. He's like a cop, right? Undercover cop in Los Angeles. And he has this whole theory. He's like, oh my God, Jamie Foxx is not the killer. It's not the taxi cab driver. He's driving around a hitman. And nobody has this theory. Nobody believes him. So he finds Jamie Foxx and says, we're going to get out of here. I believe you. You've been driving around this hitman. So they're leaving the club. Jamie Foxx runs out, and as Mark Ruffalo is following him, he gets shot down by Tom Cruise, the hitman. He says, I saved your life. Let's get out of here.
Oh
and Jamie Foxx is like, oh, fuck, the only guy who believed me.
The only guy
died.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's where I knew him from.
Love it.
Yeah. So, okay,
all right.
We'll wrap it up. I think we already said it. I gotta let you go because I think we've gone long on this one. We talked about movies. We talked about
we got in there. We need to do the stick figure like recap of Top Gun for sure. Like that is how we become YouTube famous. Like that's where we make our millions. Like that's it right there.
Yes, that's the millions and millions. Okay. So,
all right.
Thank you guys for
Thank you
tuning
all.
in, and see you next month for
Bye.
summertime movies. Bye bye. Bye. And